I quit. Don't tell your sister.
Pretty much. So yeah, so going back to the question, my goal is just to help people.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
done that
And
very
where do you think that came
successfully.
from?
Huh?
Where do you think that came from? Where do you think that drive? Where do you think
Dude,
that passion came from?
so as you know, but the listeners
Yeah.
don't know, I've
Yeah.
only been in the US for 12 years. Okay, I've only lived in the US for 12 years. I moved to the US, no English, came by myself, had a couple $100 to my name. One of the very first thing is I joined the army, and that's when we met. But I've been through like so much struggle coming here to this brand new country, new language, just trying to survive, right? And like, I mean, I remember being in Fort Lewis in the barracks and having my debit card declined at a vending machine, trying to get a drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
I've been
know,
there
like I
too.
remember that. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that. And then you know what? After I got out of I got married and stuff like that. And now, once at that point, it was just me, right? I'm just taking
Yeah.
care of myself. I'm eating free food from the army. I have a barracks room to sleep in. Now in 2014, I get married. Now the game changes. Now we have kids. Like, okay, the fact that I was able to survive with that mentality, that's not something that I want for my kids. I don't want my kids to live on a survival mentality. I want my kids to chase that best version of themselves every single day. So I have to at that point, be an example, be an example. And I see, and again, I struggled. First job out of the army, $11 an hour, slaving. And I started like, I have to do something. And that's when I started day trading and everything started to evolve. And now I look around me and I see so many people that are on that same page that I was back
Okay.
when my debit card was getting declared in a vending machine. But
Mhm.
now some of these people already have kids and already have a family, and they are struggling so bad. But in reality, it's because again, they are like a horse. They are looking at the world like this. I have to work this job from 9 to 5, go home, eat dinner, honey, pack my lunch for tomorrow, go back to work tomorrow. You
Mhm.
know, so I want to open people's, like, take the blinds off, look around, look how many things there are that you can do.
Exactly. That's good
Anybody,
that they want to do that. That's good that they want to do that. But the life experience that you've gone through, you've seen and witnessed through emotion, physical, mental, everything. You've realized that this isn't the only route to success.
nope.
There are so many more, so many more. And all you have to do is just be aware, a little bit aware of yourself, a little bit aware of your self-conscious, a little bit, and ask why, or push back just a little bit, detach from your life for a second and be like, okay, what do I have? What do I really have?
Yep.
Where am I? Where was I? Where am I? Where do I want to go? You know? And that's awesome. That's awesome that you can bring that experience and that life lesson, because people need that. Just like you're saying, people are starting to realize that they want stability now, because the last 2 or 3 years, it was kind of like a roller coaster of emotions.
Yep.
Financial everything was a roller coaster. Now everything's starting to settle down and it's starting to change now. And that stability, people want that stability, and they're realizing like, oh shit, I'm having that aha moment. Like, okay, maybe I'm done going out every night, or maybe I'm done wasting my time and energy and trading my time and energy, you know,
Yeah,
I need
dude.
to look for other options.
And people, one of the things that hurts people the most, in my opinion, is we as humans are very, by default, we are very selfish and self-centered.
Yeah. Laws of human
So
nature. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because again, the whole purpose of us in our brain is to survive. Okay,
Yep.
and being selfish is a form of survival. Being self-centered is a form of survival. But it's funny because I was just talking about this in the live with the guys the other day. It's like when you stub your toe, like on the corner of the table, in that very moment, your toe in pain is worse than starvation in Africa. That's all you care about.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem in the world. Nobody has ever stubbed their toe. And that's the way we approach life. You have a bad day. For you, that's the worst day. Even though down the road, there is a guy sleeping in a cardboard box.
It could always be worse.
It can always be worse. But the thing is, we are so, like with social media is such a powerful tool if you use it the right way. If you just want to be posting, random selfies and this and that, you're not going to go anywhere because you are not using social media like on the way that you are supposed to if you want to make money. But what people don't understand is a lot of people have gone through things that they could provide a lot of value for other people out there that are possibly going through the same thing. Let's say you are a recovering alcoholic. You had an alcohol problem and you don't anymore. You could be a coach for a lot of people that are going through that problem.
Exactly.
You were a huge guy that weighed 400 pounds and you lost 200 pounds. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to help people lose weight. And everybody has their own experiences, but we again are so selfish and so self-centered that we think that we are the only one going through that. When in reality, there are millions of people that are.
We kill our own dreams.
Exactly.
We kill our own dreams up here with our own thoughts.
Exactly.
We quantify it too much.
You read a lot of books, just like I read a lot of books. And one of the books you actually recommended to me, the Lounge. The Lounge, right? That's the name?
No. It was I forget which one it was.
Is the one that he's teaching people like how to launch like a program or a course?
Oh yeah. The pre-launch. The
pre-launch.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. Well, in that book, he talks about people making hundreds of thousands of dollars with a subscription website on plants.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But that's how the world is.
And it's not even about that. It's not even about the plants. It's just about the formula. It's just about the behind the scenes, the system that's in place. That's it.
Exactly.
That's
but
it.
People again, and people like victimize themselves, but behind all that victimization is being selfish. Because you think that because you are a huge freaking, let's just say plants, right? You are like really into plants. And you think you are a weirdo because probably nobody else is into plants. And that's your thing and your thing only. When in reality, there is millions of people that are into the same shit.
Yeah.
That you could potentially help them.
And here's validation. Here's validation for that. Your investing group. Like-minded people networking together to support one another. They don't even know each other. Before that, they didn't know each other at all. They weren't blood related. They didn't meet in like military. They didn't meet at school. They didn't meet anywhere. No, they met because they have the same likes, the same passions, some of the same next checkpoints in their life. And you need that support. You need those like-minded people. You need those like-minded people. And I tell this to my clients too. Some of the most biggest support systems that you're ever going to have are going to be complete strangers. Because your cousins, your friends, they have their own different hobbies, passions, values, ethics, morals. But someone who checks all of your same boxes are going to be complete strangers, because you guys are coming together based off your same like-minded values, morals, future goals and successes, right? And I think that's super powerful that those groups like that are super beneficial. And just like you said, I think that's where you have the most intimate connection with your audience right there.
Yeah, dude, like just touching on that, like on my group, I'm like really good friends with some people that I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah.
Because they have like a funny profile picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
But they talk through the DMs serious, like
yeah,
they're real people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've been talking to a guy for 3 years, and we are like super cool and know a lot of stuff about each other. But
Nice.
he's SpongeBob. You know, like I'm super cool with SpongeBob.
Yeah.
You know?
Welcome to the new world. Welcome to the world, right? Welcome to 2023 and
Exactly.
forward. Yeah, it's true. You know, I did a whole 12-week course, right? I didn't even see the person. Just through we were having Zoom, but he didn't want to show his camera. And we did the whole 12 weeks and it changed his life, you know, completely. So it's not just about what you can see and all this stuff. No, it's about the information, how much you want to take it in. You want to soak it in and take that knowledge and apply it on a daily basis from here on forward, you know.
Dude,
And go ahead.
It's crazy. No, I was gonna say like that people just misuse the internet, you know.
Exactly.
People
Exactly.
just think people
Yeah.
just think that the internet is a place to go and watch funny videos.
The
Like,
internet put everybody on the same playing field. And I
yeah,
don't think people have realized that. I think maybe 5% have realized that right now. That's it. Yeah.
like this the same guy that what's his name, the creator of ClickFunnels.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Brunson.
Yeah, Brunson. He has a book that is called like 1,000 Followers, and he's speaking on how literally all you need to make a living on social media is literally 1,000 followers. You can create a product and sell it for $10. Let's say 500 people bought it. That's $5,000. Then you build a relationship with these 1,000 individuals. Down the road, you can create something else, and you sell it for I don't know, $1,000. Now $1,000 and $10,000, that's a lot of money. So the thing is that people don't know how to like capitalize on their following, on their relationships. And it's not the thing that, you know, the whole, oh, it's not all about money. At the end, it's right. It's not all about money. But a lot, like 99% of the people that tells you it's not all about money are people that are broke as shit.
People with excuses and insecurities.
It's an excuse, exactly. It's an excuse to their failure to make money. They use the whole "it's not about money" to kind of like, it's one of those like pretty lies to like comfort yourself.
Yep.
You know, once you understand that you can make money and still be a good person, like money is not the root of all evil, like they say. You can still you can make money doing good. That's like a big like mind.
They even tell you. You know, I think there's a big saying that says as soon as you make your first million or your first billion or first 100 million, 10 million, whatever it is, they say give it away. Give that shit away. Give that shit away because it's going to come back tenfold.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
The more you help, the more it's going to come back, you know. And it's like you said, right? The harder you work for yourself and the things that you're passionate about, the more luckier you're going to get in life. And that's not by coincidence. That is not by coincidence.
It's not.
People think it is, you know.
People, but the thing is, you know, is a lot of people, including myself, we were raised on a way that you kept hearing. Brad Lee was talking about this the other day, and we kept hearing the same thing over and over growing up. Money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
But you want this? Do you think we're rich? Like all these limiting beliefs. You know, all these limiting beliefs that pretty much
that worked back then.
Yeah,
that worked back then for them.
Exactly.
Right? Which is fine. Because back then you had to save money. You had to hold on to certain beliefs. You can only do certain things. You didn't have the internet like we have right now, this much exposure that we have, you know? So times are different. And I don't think that generation realizes that. And it's hard for them to let that go because that's part of your traditions. And one thing I say too, traditions are limitations. A lot of traditions.
That's facts. That's facts. I love that. That's facts. And a lot of people like the more you hang to that money, and the more you want to just save it and save it and save it, the hardest is gonna become to get it.
Of course.
The
The harder it is to change after that, to let it go.
Look at certain individuals like Elon Musk. When he sold PayPal, he spent all his money funding SpaceX, the Boring Company, and Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Literally spent all his money. He had to borrow money from his friends to pay rent. You got Ryan Brunson, the ClickFunnels guy. If you listen to what was it, the last book that I read, one of his social media books, he's talking about how he pretty much he was just trying all these different things before he created ClickFunnels. He was trying to, find a way to make money. He kept spending all this money because he was looking for that. And he said that his wife was working. He wasn't working at the moment. And he found this thing that he knew it was going to be it.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah, and he used his last $5,000 and he invested in that thing. And the rest is history. The dude is a multimillionaire.
Yep.
There is other people like Alex Hormozy on his book, the $100 million
That's such
sell.
a great book.
Yeah, he talks about it too. When he completely ran out of money, and he got into a hiccup with PayPal. PayPal froze his funds, and he had $30,000, and he had to use the whole $30,000 to pay his staff, and comes right back, dude. That's I posted a story. I posted a story on Instagram the other day talking about that. Like, a lot of people have a very limiting mindset, full of limiting beliefs. Something that I don't want my kids to ever say is, I can afford that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, how can I afford that?
Exactly. Change the narrative. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I'm a true believer that your words become flesh and you will have what you say.
100%.
So 100%. I mean, even if you it's crazy because people think that this is like a new thing, right? That this is like this, like this whole mindset.
Been here this whole time.
Like they think that, oh my God, this stuff came out like 5 years ago.
It's trending.
If you read the Bible, there is a verse that says Jesus told his people that they could have what they say, but instead they said what they have. And that's deep, bro.
Yeah.
And again, that's in the Bible,
right?
Like, that's way back then. People can have this limiting belief that they cannot see themselves where they want to be, and they are only focusing and putting all their energy where they currently at right now,
finding problems to all their solutions.
Exactly. So what society does now is just that: find excuses, blame the government. Everything is so expensive. Gas is this, inflation is this. The
gas is up, so I can't drive to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
I gotta save gas.
Yeah, we are poor because the government wants us poor. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. The government wants you poor, but what are you doing to not be poor?
Exactly. Just like the banks, right? If the banks took the same advice that they give out, they would go broke.
Yeah, absolutely.
They would go broke. Give us all your money. Give us all your money and save it in our banks.
Like, most people don't even understand, bro. Like, most people don't even understand how the banking system works.
Again, right? Going back to the awareness.
Yeah, like education and dude, it like makes me upset because there is so much information available to like your fingertips, and people still choose to be ignorant.
Yeah,
because like most people don't know. Just a fun fact in case any of the listeners didn't know. Once you deposit Once you deposit your money in the bank, that money is not yours anymore. That money is the bank's. The bank issues you an IOU. The bank is telling you, when you look at your app and you see that much money, the bank is telling you, I owe you this money. That is not your money.
We're flipping it.
The day you deposited that money, that bank lent out your money 10 times. They can lend,
Mhm.
they can lend 7 times your money. Also, when you deposit money in the bank is investing that money or lending it out to crazy high interest loans,
Charging points, baby.
and then they are giving you a 0.2% on your savings account interest.
We
but
got you.
but now they are giving you a 0.2%, but now go back to the same bank and ask for a loan and see how much interest they're going to charge you. Turn
No,
around.
no, honey. Turn around. Turn around. Just go back home. Just go back home. You
Like,
want to hear something funny I just learned? This is
What?
pretty cool about Disney, right? Walt Disney. When he was starting Disney, he was trying to get banks, loans from everywhere, personal loans, financial institution loans, credit lines. He was trying to get money from everywhere. Couldn't get the money. Do you know where he finally got the money from? His
Who?
own life insurance policy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Right? That
That's
infinite banking system that they're talking about now.
Yeah.
Well, he was doing it back then.
Yeah.
He just
and like
it was there the whole time. It just, right, you had to find that option, right? This one wasn't working. This one wasn't working. This one wasn't working. Okay, what do I have? Let me detach for a second from my life and let me put everything on the wall. What do I have that I can get money from? And he found it. Oh, fucking dug through it, found it. Life insurance policies. Cashed that out. That's how he funded his Disneyland.
dude, there are so many ways. Like, we can sit here and
Oh
talk
yeah.
about ways that people can make money,
Mhm.
and it's ridiculous.
Everybody's
Yes.
too comfortable. But when your
And-
back is against the wall, you're gonna find any which way to push back. It's just like you gave an analogy earlier, which kind of reminded me of this one right now, which is like there's a bridge, right? There's a river and there's alligators, there's sharks with laser beams, there's everything in that river is there, right? And there's a bridge, and that bridge is only as wide as your foot. So you have to take a step in front of your foot every time. On the other side of that bridge, it's $1. Are you gonna go across that bridge to go get it? Probably not, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Change the narrative. Say it's the person you fucking love, and they're about to fall in that river. You're not just gonna walk, you're gonna run.
Yeah.
You're gonna run across that bridge.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to change your life. That's, if you want to make change, you have to change the way you think, the way you see, the way you visualize, the things you tell yourself. A lot of times people are stuck because they don't have any morals. They don't know how to tell people no confidently.
Dude,
People
confidence is such a huge
Yeah.
it's such a huge like influencing factor on everything in life. People don't realize, and people, I've been getting some feedback posting on Instagram about how to help people become more confident, taking little
Yeah.
steps, right? Taking little steps. And I get some feedback from people like, that sounds like being like vain or arrogant. And I'm like, there, like, it's a big difference between being confident and being arrogant. Like, arrogant people, they are not relying, they are not basing their arrogance on their value. That's just being a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk around knowing subconsciously that every promise you make to yourself, you finish it, you do it, you do what you said that you were going to do. Like Ed Milet says, building confidence is pretty much a trust agreement between a person and his subconscious.
Yeah.
An easy way to start building confidence is to actually follow through with things that you told yourself you were going to do.
Stop lying to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And it can be small things.
Yeah.
Set your alarm for 4 a.m. and actually get up at 4 a.m. and not just do it. Reward